Hello everybody, I'm back. Today we are going to look at section 7.2 on graphing linear equations. So you will recall we plotted points on the x and y coordinate system. We always do x is horizontal, y is vertical, and we make tick marks 1, 2, 3, 4. This is just a number line 2, 3, 4. Another -1, -2, -3. And then y, the same thing 1, 2, 3, -1, -2, -3, etc. So, you will recall from 7.1, we learned that if I have an equation, let's say y equals, minus 2x plus 1, that equations where x is an input that will tell me what y is, this equation is an algebraic representation of the relationship between x and y, but there's also the graphical representation, which is plotting all the x's and y's that are solutions to the equation. That's what we did in 7.1. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at linear equations. And basically, any one of these that has just x, so if it's, here are some linear equations. Now we saw one last time that looked a lot like this. I don't know exactly what the numbers were, but this made a line. When we plotted out all the points, it made a line. A lot of them are going to make lines. Y equals 3x minus 7. Y equals negative 10x plus 3. 2x minus 7y, that's supposed to be a y, equals 5. These are all linear. And the thing that makes them linear is that the x is just there. Oh, y equals negative 2. Also linear. Things that are not linear are y equals x squared. Not linear. Y equals 2x squared minus 3x plus 1. Not linear. If it's got an x squared, if it's got a x cubed, x to the 5th, if it's got a square root in it, all of those are not linear. But if the y is there with no exponent and the x is there with no exponent, and that's it, then it's going to make a line. And if we want to turn an equation, the algebraic representation, into the graphical representation, a line, in order to make a line, we only need 2 points, right? 2 points always make a line. So let's do a couple examples where we do exactly that. So, I'm going to make something up. Oh, well, I have one. Y equals minus 2x plus 1. I need 2 points. Solana, tell me an x input. Good, 3. If x is 3, Solana, then what will y be? Yes, exactly right. 3, if x is 3, 3 times order of operations says multiply the negative 2 first. So this is exactly what Solana just did in her head. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6 plus 1 is -5. Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. She said -5. I just forgot to write it. 3 comma -5. Let's plot that point. One, two, 3 on the x, and -5 on the y means down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. This is x, this is the y, and it's 3 on the x, -5 on the y. There's the point 3, -5. Now I need, in order to make the line, right, now this line could be anywhere going through that point. That's a solution to the equation. I need a second point. So choose another x value to put in. Let's see. Kyler. Well, we already used 3, so we'll need a different x value. Give me a different x value this time, Kyler. Good, -1. All right. If x is -1, Kyler, tell me what y is going to be. Yes, right? -1 times -2 is +2, plus 1 is 3. So I've got the point -1 on x here, 3 on y, that's up 3, 1, 2, 3. Here's the point, -1 comma 3. I've got 2 points. I know that this is a linear equation, so its graph will be a line because it's just got x's and y's with no squares or square roots or anything fancy. So I know that the graph is going to be a line. I've got 2 points on that line, so I know the whole line. Now it's just a matter of playing connect the dots. And the line, of course, goes on forever. I just graphed the line. Hooray! It's terrific. Now for all of these problems, that's all you got to do. You choose 2 different x values, right? And then you plug in the x, find the y. Plug in the x, find the y. That'll give you 2 points. Some of these aren't set up perfectly to have y equals. And there can be a bit of an easier way to do this. If it's not. So I'm going to write one of these down. 3x minus 2y equals 4. Again, this has just got x's and y's, no squares, no square roots, nothing. So its graph is going to be a line. So I need to get 2 points. Here's the problem. If I choose an x, let me do it. Let's say x equals, I don't know, 2, fine. So then I get 3 times 2. I have to solve for y. 3 times 2 minus 2y equals 4. And don't write this down. This is the hard way of doing it. I'm just going to show you why it's hard. This is 6 minus 2y equals 4. Right. Subtract the 6. It's -2. Divide by -2 and I get y equals 1. So this tells me I have the point 2 comma 1. That's fine. But if I want a second point, I got to do all of that again. Not my favorite thing to do because of the solving. But I claim that there's an easier way to do this. Whoops. Just by picking